that perception. What do they say? Then there was life, with those workers, what to do.
That is, guys, and welcome to Thfc tonight. Are you home at Tottenham? Past, present, and an exciting future under Ange Postecoglou. And this is it, guys. This is the North London derby, Tottenham Hotspur against the Gunners at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And this is your pre-game build-up with me, Dermatron. We're going to give you all the match officials. We're going to give you the head-to-head. We're also going to give you my predicted lineup, who I think is going to start in that 11 tomorrow. And tomorrow is an important game. It's the biggest game this season. And there's only two. Every game's important. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Every game in the Premier League's important. And London derbies are a bit more important. But this is more important than all of them put together. This is our chance to go to our nearest rivals, our nearest neighbours, and put the sword into them. And take 3 points and put a massive dent into their title challenge, which I think we've got to do tomorrow. We've really got to put them on them. We've really got to go against them. We've really got to get amongst them. We've got to come out and press and pressure for the whole 90 minutes. And also, it's down to you guys as well who are going to the game. You've got to, for 100 minutes nearly, get behind that team and give them your support, sing, shout, makes it as toxic and as unfriendly as possible within reason, and make it that those Arsenal players do not want to come out of that dressing room. They go back in after the warm-up, they're all looking at Lego Man, and they're thinking, no, we're not going out there, Gaffers, we're too scared. We don't want to go out there. That's what we did it 2 years ago with Conte. And Arsenal blew it. They got a man sent off and they fell to pieces. We've got to do that tomorrow, and we've got to do it. We've got to do it tomorrow. There's no way about it. If we want top four and we want Champions League football, we have to win tomorrow. And tomorrow is so important because you don't want to go to work or school or ring up your mates on Monday morning after if they beat us. And imagine the abuse they would give us. All the banter between now and next season. I don't want that. I want us to have the upper hand and get 3 points and get them tomorrow. Well, listen, guys, this is where the game is. Let me get this sorted. Sorry, guys. Where are we going? It is, of course, at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium tomorrow. It is a 2 p.m. kickoff. And your match officials are Michael Oliver. Their assistants is Stuart Burt. Dan Cook. The fourth official is Andy Madley. The VAR is Gerard Gillette. Hopefully no close shaves when he's in charge. And the assistant VAR is Darren Cunn. So they are your match officials. These are the Spurs players that are out of the North London derby. Of course, the usual tree of Foster, Solomon and Segerson. Destiny, of course, with a freak accident in training, is now out for the season. And also Skippy is out with a knock. So they won't be... Do you know what I mean? He's not a miss because he hasn't really played this season much, but it's still, if he needed him, it was nice to have him there, but he is missing as well. Arsenal team news. Now, Bobby went through this last night, didn't have any injuries, but I found by doing a bit of research today, guys, that Timber is a doubt. So we won't know if he's going to play or be in the squad or not. That's the only bit of Arsenal team news. Now, this is my Spurs predicted 11. Spurs versus Arsenal. I'm picking a 4-2-3-1 formation. And of course, Vicario on goal, Porro, Van der Ven, Romero, Ben Davies. And look, I racked my brains what to do here. I really did. Do you put Van der Ven in that position and put Rudu in the centre-back with Romero? Do you put Ben Davies and rely on Van der Ven's speed to help him? And... if you went with Van der Ven there and Rudu, I think in the game that it is, it's a bit too... I think if you're playing the Burnley or Sheffield United, you get away with it. But you're playing Arsenal, you do not want to give them try something new and it not working. So you go with Ben Davies, a reliable, not everyone's cup of tea. He's not everyone's cup of tea. We all know that. But we know there is times he has stood up. I think he's been a bit better than Davies, Sanchez, and all that, and Harry Winks and all them malarkeys. He's still here. He's Mr. Dependable. He's Mr. If you want him, he will come on for you. He's a good professional, and that's what you can say about Ben Davies. Not everyone's cup of tea. We all know that, but we need him tomorrow. He will do a job for us in the midfield. Now, the midfield, I hummed and hard about this. I really did. I did 4 predicted 11s because I didn't know where I was going to go with the midfield. We all know Basuma's out of sorts. He hasn't played well. Do you put Papa Sarr and Bentancur in there? The one before this, I had Papa Sarr and Højbjerg in there. And the one before that, I had Højbjerg and Bentancur in that midfield. So after a lot of humming and hawing and don't I just settled on Papa Sarr and Bentancur as the 2 defensive midfielders. And of course, my 3 attacking midfielders are Brennan Johnson, who I think gets too much stick. I really do. And I think he's done so well since he's come to us from Nottingham Forest. He is one of my favourite players at Tottenham, and I will back him all the way. There is no doubt in my mind that he will come good. He will get to a higher level. And I'll stick by Johnson, and I will do. And I'm not going to budge on that. Maddison, he's got to turn up tomorrow. He owes us a performance. He's been in and out of form since he's come back from injury. But for me, he has to come back. He has to perform tomorrow. Captain Son, we need a captain's performance from him tomorrow. We really do. Cheering up the team. Players are not doing the job. Telling them that they're not doing the job. We need Maddison also being a captain on there. We need Romero doing the captain's job on there. We need other players to back up the captain. They're vice captains. So if Sonny's telling one player, we need the other vice captains to marshal. We need Romero to marshal his defence as a captain. We need Maddison to marshal the front three, the midfield attacking the players. Telling Johnson to keep his calm, get crosses in, keep going. We need him to step up, and we need Sonny to put in the captain's performance. Up front, of course, it's the Brazilian pigeon. It is the man who's actually scored more goals at the front three than Sonny. Sonny's on 15, Richarlison's on 10. So we need him to net a couple tomorrow, which would be lovely for me. But that is my predicted 11. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you agree with me? Don't you agree with me? Would you have put Bissouma in instead of Bentancur? Would you have started Højbjerg instead of Bentancur? Do you agree with me, which I did pick first, Højbjerg and Bentancur to start with? So let me know, would you have played Sonny as a free? Look, I've said it all the way along. And I said it a few weeks ago and I got laughed at. And a few people are now starting to come round to my way of thinking. See, Dermatron does know a bit about football. And I would put Sonny in a free role. Put Johnson and Werner. And try Sonny in there. Or even try Kulu in the middle. But we need to turn up tomorrow. But that is my predicted 11. So let me know in the comments what you think, guys. This is the head-to-head. Of course, we have played them 63 times in the Premier League. We've had 24 draws against them in them 63 games. Tottenham's Premier League record against Arsenal is 15 wins, 13 at home, and only 2 away. We've had a dismal away record against them, guys, at the Emirates. Arsenal, 24 wins in total, 18 at home, and 6 away. So it's not a very good record at all, guys. This is our form guide, the last 5 games. And really, 1 win for us and 2 wins in the last 5. It's not good enough if you're going for Champions League football. It really isn't. Of course, we lost 4-0 to Newcastle in our last game before this 2 weeks ago. Conceding goals like there's no tomorrow. But I'm sure we need a strong defensive performance tomorrow. But I'm sure tomorrow we will put that right. Arsenal, on the other hand, will look at 1 defeat in the last 5. Only conceded 2 goals in the last 5 as well. And tomorrow they're going for a Premier League record. If they don't concede a goal tomorrow, they've gone 7 Premier League games without conceding a goal away from home. So I do not want them to set another record at our ground. Please don't. For the love of God, please. I don't want Lego Man there dancing around because they've done another record. Please don't do it to me. The recent meetings, that doesn't look good either, really, if you're really being honest. And of course, we drew 2-2 with them, of course, early in the season. Last season was abysmal. They did the double over us 2-0 at our place and then 3-1 at the Emirates. The season before that, we did beat them at home to dent and drop their title hopes. Of course, we beat them 3-0 and then went up to Newcastle and lost up there. And of course, early in the season, they did beat us 3-1. So only one win in the last 5 meetings against Arsenal. It doesn't look good. Season so far, of course, we're in fifth position with 18 wins, 6 draws, 8 defeats. Average goals per match, 2.03. Average goals conceded per match, 1.53. We've only had 6 clean sheets. Chances created per match, 2.28. Of course, our biggest win, of course, was that 4-0 win away at Aston Villa. And our worst defeat, of course, was a couple of weeks ago against Newcastle United. On the other hand, the North London neighbours Arsenal, top of the league, won 24 games this season, drawn 5, lost 5. Average goals scored per match, 2.41. Average goals conceded per match, 0.76. 16 clean sheets this season. Chances created per match, 2.15. Their biggest win, it's a 6-0 away win against West Ham. And their worst defeat, of course, is a 2-0 home defeat versus West Ham. And also 2-0 home defeat to Aston Villa. Well, that it is, guys. That is your build-up. For me, it's an important game. It's a North London derby. No game bigger than this. For me, it's the biggest game of the season. And it's the game we have to win. No doubt about that. If you're going to the game, please enjoy it. Look out for Dave. He's over there from the Irish Hotspur. I'm sure you'll meet up with him. And if you're not going to the game, then I tell you what, join me tomorrow because I'm joined myself with Bobby, with Brenny, and I think the silver one as well coming over from the Armoury to do the watch along with me tomorrow. So it should be fun. We're on at 1:30. Whatever you do, let's get behind the boys. Let's get them. Let's roar them. Let's push them to a victory tomorrow in the North London derby. Let's beat the old enemy. Whatever you do, enjoy yourself. Come on, you Spurs. Big Ange, we trust.
What do they say? Then there was mild, there was ruthless, wasn't true.